mile. Here we go. What's up, everybody?
Hola.
Hey, welcome to Orlando Brokers and Bourbon, the podcast where we explore the world of real estate, what is new and exciting in Orlando, and of course, we indulge in some of the finest bourbon we can find. If you want to listen to us, all of our podcasts, you can find us at Orlando Brokers and Bourbon on Spotify, Amazon Music, and iHeart Radio, or wherever you find your podcast, Lauren. If you want to watch this crazy crew in action, you can find us on YouTube at Orlando Brokers and Bourbon. I'm Matt Allen, real estate broker of the Matt Allen Real Estate Team.
And I'm Lauren Foley.
Nobody follows directions.
Ladies first. Right, we don't. I'm Lauren Foley with Julian Properties.
And I'm Julian with Julian Properties. I promise I don't normally interrupt, but the way you have me up on the screen is I'm next to you, so it kind of threw me for a loop.
Awful. We've rehearsed.
Sorry, Lauren.
Bo needs a clear roadmap in front of him.
Cheers, everybody.
I need it simplified, okay? Like color coded.
Cheers. What are we all drinking tonight?
Oh, Bo, go ahead.
Well, you want me to start? Thank you for the.
So you were going to cut us off anyway, so go ahead.
Yeah, I was getting ready to interrupt you. Well, tonight I'm having a little Buffalo Trace. Yes. Where's that? There we go.
Nice.
Trace this evening.
That's a favorite.
It's a nice flavor.
What's the age? The proof on that?
I don't have my glasses on. I don't know.
He doesn't have his readers on, Matt. Come on.
It's got a kick. I can tell you that.
I like 90 proof.
Yeah,
it's that proof that'll get you drunk.
It's got enough to get the job done, I'm sure. Yeah, it's 90 proof, buddy.
There you go.
Matt, how about you? What do you got tonight?
So I went out and bought something I've never had before, so I'm trying it out. It's called 1792.
Ooh.
Bardstown Distillery.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to. Now I interrupted you. I thought that was when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but I think that was 1492.
That's it. I'm going to start doing that now for all of us.
Here we go. Nice. For those of you that have been watching our podcast, know we have a bad habit and we all cut each other off. So we're going to try very hard not to do that tonight. Anyway, 1792. It's Bardstown distilled. It's supposed to be very good. It's very easy to find and it's very inexpensive. So it is also lower proof. I think 84 proof. So
that's odd because you were slurring your words already.
I was wondering,
really?
You got an early start. More than one of those 84 proofs already.
Let's just hope it's the bourbon that I'm slurring my words. Anyway, what are you drinking, Lauren?
Well, since we're doing show and tell today, excuse me, I am drinking Four Roses.
I almost grabbed that.
Four Roses single barrel.
My favorites.
That's your go-to.
How do you like it?
Yeah, no, it's delicious. I actually put a couple splashes of bitters in tonight. I don't know why. I just was like, maybe I'll throw that in there.
That's cool.
So because of you, Lauren, I actually, bear with me, nice.
Oh, look at that.
I have not actually had it before. I know it's kind of like an OG brand, but I'm kind of new to this.
You know what?
So,
it's I think I've talked about that. It's one of my favorites. I actually just picked up another bottle of it last week, so I'm a huge fan. I never thought I'd be a big fan of Four Roses because it was always that brand in college that people would find in liquor stores, and it always had this like cheapy feel to it. But
right.
Really good.
Well, because I think it was kind of thought of as like a cheaper brand, and then
Right.
it
Like
just went
the
like
Zima
high
of
end.
Scotch, or I mean a bourbon, the Zima of bourbon. Is that what it is?
So
It went from Zima to Smirnoff real quick.
Zima. Oh. Memories. Bo, I'm gonna quiz you. Why is it called a single barrel?
Oh, please, Matt. Please. Just please. No, just you tell me. Tell me, Matt. Please tell me.
We've
Tell me for the
gone
10th
over this. Single barrel
I know.
goes out of one barrel. They pour it.
I think the name gives it away.
I kind of guessed it was single, but I thought there was another trick to the whole single barrel thing.
Well, there's barrel proof where it comes
Yeah.
out at the proof, right? There you go.
Right? There we go. All right. So there's barrel
So
single barrel. Okay.
one of the things we're going to do, we're going to have one podcast that I want to do all bourbon, very little of real estate, all bourbon. I want to have a special guest that actually knows what they're talking about. So
Yeah, we're gonna get.
So if you're that special guest, we're ready for you.
if you know that special guest,
You're
we're
super
out looking for you. So, Lauren, what's going on in the world of Orlando?
In the world of Orlando, well, I don't know if you guys saw, but we recently had the city of Orlando had just approved and pretty much green-lit the new sports and entertainment hub, which is going to be right there by, well, formerly Amway, now the Kia Center, which I'm still getting used to. And they also named it Westcourt. So I have, if you want to take a look at what they're offering here.
Pictures. I want to see this.
Yeah, let's get
We talked about it a little bit earlier, and it's super exciting, Lauren. You gave me a little heads up before the show, and I can't wait to see more about this pretty substantial project.
Right.
It's
900,000
square feet. Mixed use project. So as it says here, it's going to be located in downtown Orlando. It's actually just north across the street from the Kia Center. And it will have high-rise residences, a full-service hotel, office and meeting spaces, retail shops, a live events venue, parking on site. And this is kind of their renderings of what it's going to look like. So here you have, which will be the hotel on the bottom floors, and then there's going to be apartments on the top.
Wow, very cool.
Over here is going to be the office space, and then they have the live events over here. There's going to be a ton of shopping and retail, and then you have the parking in the back.
I want to live there.
Beautiful. That's going to look amazing.
Yeah, so here they have 260 keys for the full service hotel, 16,000 square feet of indoor meeting and conference space, 270 units of the high-rise residential, which is located above the hotel, 3,500 capacity live events venue, parking. That's not something we want to talk about that, but 125,000 square feet of retail space, and then you have 2,000 to 300,000, 300,000 square foot Class A office space. This is the renderings here of what it looks like.
Wow, that is super cool. Is there do you happen to know the timeline on this project? About did they mention that about how long it'll be before it'll kind of be going vertical and what their estimated completion date is by any chance?
I feel like they said next year, but I think that might be a dream, as the Orlandos like to do. We like to dream and wish a lot here in the city of Orlando.
So
but here, I mean, it just looks super cool, right? Like you've got here the interior of the hotel. It looks super sleek. Just the residents look like they're going to be really nice.
That'll be awesome. Yeah, for the venues and events, and you got like additional space, restaurants. I mean, that's going to be awesome for downtown. Like going to, that's just going to get you down there some more, because that's also next to the other project that we talked about in a previous episode. Correct? That's over by the underpass where they're doing the outdoor park. Thing that's going to be connected to this or by this, I believe. Is that right?
Right. It would be just north of it, underneath the I-4 overpass, as you mentioned.
So we were just talking earlier about how if you've gone under that underpass for like a concert or something, it can get a little bit daunting. It's a little scary under there. I'm anxious to see what this green space is going to look like. Are they going to put fountains, and how they're going to handle some of the other challenges under that?
Revitalization.
Revitalization.
Or it's going to be pretty cool, though. They're spending big money. So
that's great.
It'll be really, really nice. I mean, that's exciting. I'm glad they're going to be doing stuff like this to downtown. It kind of,
Yeah.
I think it needs it. It really does. There's been a lot of change in downtown over the past few years, and I think it'll be nice to bring something new and fresh to the scene.
Yep.
Right. And I think like part of the problem too is like when you go to see a game, like there's some spaces within the Kia Center that you can go, right? Like we have like that rooftop overlook bar. There's, some spaces inside obviously to grab a drink or have
Like
some
the
food.
Grey Goose or something like that, right? But there's
Right. But I mean, most of it is either, in downtown, which is slightly east of Orlando, or north if you're going to like the creative district with like the Monroe and things like that. But then with having some of these options right there, it's gonna be really cool. And then like this, what you see on your screen, this urban living room space, this is all like a green space. They're gonna have like live music, different types of pop-ups, like markets and things like that. So it's gonna be more of a destination and also a really great space for everyone that's maybe attending an event or live music performance.
Very cool. Did they mention by any chance, or did you read yet? I don't know if you've read it or if they've even listed it, but does it mention anything about like price ranges for like the residential or anything like that? Or they not even get into that just yet?
I haven't seen it. I what I did read is that it's going to be apartments. So I don't know what the rental amounts are going to be on that. And who knows, maybe even between now and then, maybe they'll do some, sales or something.
So the
I'm not
residential
sure.
is not going to be condoed. It'll be rental residential.
Apartments. Yeah.
Gotcha.
That kind of brings me up to a conversation Bo and I had this morning. I'm looking at this going, when I have things like new air conditioners being installed and trees that are 60 foot tall that have to be cut down in our front lawns that are needing immediate service, I look at something like this and I'm like, how cool would it be to live in one of these places? Come out to your market, go to the Amway, go farmers market, whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, you wouldn't have to do anything really. I mean, imagine like I got a letter from my HOA about an oil on my driveway, and I'm thinking, imagine if you didn't have to deal with this and all the maintenance was taken care of, and you could just step out and you don't have to mow your lawn, you don't have to
and you're gone.
Trim your shrubs, your bushes, which that's a big problem for all of us.
That's true, but in the reality, though, we all think the grass is greener. But those of us that have lived in high-rise apartments before know that you have the condo Gestapo.
Of course.
Oh yeah, I've lived in
condo Gestapo.
You have this vision that all of a sudden it's going to be this lovely grandeur, and then all of a sudden you find out that there's somebody that's retired and has nothing to do but go around and write letters and create problems for their neighbors.
That's true.
The condo Nazi.
Yeah, but how many of those are going to be living on a funky place like this?
Oh, I'll bet you there's going to be one, because there always is.
There's always one. Yeah, you're probably right.
There's always one, people. That's one thing I've learned in my 50 years on this planet. No matter what, from the classroom, whatever you do in life, there's always one.
Right.
So, Matt, you got any funny stories for us this week? I thought you had something funny to tell us. Lauren, that was
you mentioned something good to share.
No, I was going to. So one of the segments we wanted to bring to you guys was funny stories or funny, interesting things that happen within real estate. And this didn't recently happen, but I was sharing a story, and I'll share it tonight. It's as a buyer's agent, which, when you're just starting out, that's a lot of what you do is you're a buyer's agent. You're showing property. So I'll never forget one time I'm walking into this house in a not so great neighborhood, and the person that opened the door, you could tell, was a renter, and the house was completely dark. And I'm bringing this buyer in who's kind of horrified in the whole situation, and I'm starting to get a little horrified. So we're doing a tour of the house and go through the whole house, and the house was it needed to be demolished. It was just a horrible house. So the funny part was the buyer wanted to look in the garage. So I open up the garage. The garage is almost pitch black, but there's a guy sitting in the garage on a bucket right? Picture
Oh.
this.
Oh,
Was it Dexter?
It very well may have been, because what had happened was the guy sitting in the dark smoking weed in a closed garage. So I walked in.
how do you know it was weed, Matt? How do you know
Yeah,
what weed
Matt.
smells like, Matt?
Oh, he passed it to you, didn't he? He did a puff pass.
Oh, no, Lauren. We've talked about this too.
No, I'm joking.
Anyway,
I'm sure you can smell it. I'm
Man
sure
was
you can
sitting
smell
on a
it.
bucket smoking weed in the garage in the
No.
pitch black.
So have you ever been to an event? My son always goes, Dad, it smells like skunk here. And I'm like, yeah, there's a skunk around here. So
Even the kids know it's a
Yeah,
stinky smell.
anyway,
Yeah, it's
the
awful.
worst part was he looks at me. I look down in the floor because you could faintly see this floor. I'm like, is there blood stains on the ground?
Violent.
I was like, this is the wackiest thing. The buyers already left. I'm like, all right, I gotta go. Good to
So
talk.
you're
to you.
alone
Thank
with
you.
the dude in the
Yeah.
dark in the bucket
Yeah,
smoking
no,
the weed with
I-
blood on the ground,
I-
and you're alone with a guy.
I quickly walked out. He was a very friendly guy. Of course,
Well,
he was
all
probably
murderers
high
are
as
Sure he
a
was.
kite.
That's how
Bundy
you.
was friendly too.
Right. That's how
No,
you butter up the
Bumper
people you're
was
gonna
pretty good.
murder.
Sit down. Here's
know?
a bucket for you. Right?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Anyway.
They're nice. That's
One
kinda
of
scary.
many crazy stories, and I'm sure y'all have had these kind of crazy stories before. Bo, I'm sure you have had some. Lauren, have you had anything like that?
Oh, you out?
Someone.
I know.
Murder on the ground? No, I don't think
I didn't.
so.
No, now hold on. I never said murder.
We don't know that.
But
Okay.
there were
We
some
don't know.
signs, maybe something had happened.
Some sort of carnage had occurred.
Could have been spray
I-
paint. It could have been
I
spray
did-
paint.
I did show a property once where someone had their shit-stained underwear left open on
Okay.
the displayed on the ground.
Oh, well, that's the extent of it. They just left it in display for you.
Yeah, maybe it's like some weird thing that they like really enjoyed. I don't know. But-
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, or if
Anyway.
they didn't mean to do that when they returned home after you saw it, they were like, "Oh no!"
They said, "Oh shit."
no. They probably said that, literally, right?
Embarrassing.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's a good one, Matt. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
well.
Yeah.
So each week we'll kind of have one of us tell a kind of a.
It'll always
crazy
be you,
story.
Matt. Always you.
It'll
can
always be you, Matt.
I've got a lot of them. Let me tell you.
I know. Tell me another one, Matt. Come on, give us one more. One more.
No.
Give us another one.
I don't want to ruin them
One more
all
story.
tonight.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Dad. Tell us one more.
story. Hey, by the way, hopefully I'm a little better. I've got a better microphone now, and I just switched. As Lauren would say, I got stepped out of the dark ages and got better internet service. Lauren, are you okay over there?
That's for your new internet.
Lauren, your phone's going off. You're choking. Are you okay?
Well, so you want to know what just happened? Siri heard me, and I don't know if maybe she's my protector, but she was talking about murder when I said murder, and she just started talking to me.
Like she was gonna call 911 or something.
Maybe I couldn't hear what she said, but I just tried to like silence her. But yeah, she was worried about me. So
Well, when the cops show up in 5 minutes, we'll know what she was saying.
yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
great.
good.
my
Well,
Siri's
you
got
know,
me back.
At least somebody's listening.
Yeah, somebody.
There was no murders for the record.
Siri, number 23.
Oh my goodness.
She's like, "Tell me who you murdered. I promise I won't tell anyone."
I won't tell.
So just for the record, let's not forget, we still have a $100 gift card for our 100th listener. Speaking of somebody listening.
Yes.
All
Let me
right.
I need to get a. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let the
So we need-
desperation continue.
right now, we're gonna the little drum roll, please.
No,
We're up to
Lord, it's
number-
gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Let's not quite give away it yet. We're getting very close, so better hurry
Nope.
up and like.
Calm down.
Yep,
Yes.
Get
Come
close.
on.
We're getting close, people. Click
I
those
know.
likes. You want that $100? Come on. and
We've
click them
actually.
likes.
I'm not gonna tell the numbers, but we have like quadrupled the amount of followers since our last show. So
We are getting hot.
I
Okay.
imagine that has nothing to do with the money that we offered, and purely just on content that we're bringing
You know,
to.
Yes.
negative
listeners.
vibe, Lauren. We
Yeah.
gotta work.
That's
on
not
it.
negative. That's sarcasm.
She does have that. She's got that.
Sarcasm.
Well.
All right. Well, in respect for our listeners, let's keep this ball rolling here. Matt, market update, Matt. What do you got for us?
Market update, Matt. Active properties. That's kind of the word on the market. Like, word on the street right now. Word on the market.
84 proof.
Apparently, I think somebody slipped him a little extra something.
No,
I think he got into that bottle, that little 84 proof, before we started recording tonight.
I think I caught him off guard. I'm sorry, Matt. I caught you off guard. So give us. We want your market update.
I'm just gonna go ahead.
Market, Matt. Come on, buddy. Give us the numbers.
More
Tell
listings.
us what's new going on.
Listings are on the rise. We just passed 6,000 listings active on the MLS, which you haven't been there in about a year and a half or so. So,
and the average days on market, is it kind of increasing with that?
I don't know. You're a real estate broker. You tell me.
I think the days on market are increasing as well.
Well, not necessarily, because the number of sales are actually increasing. So, yes, those that are probably on the market are still increasing.
But it's balanced. It's a balance.
It's getting more balanced. We're increasing our sales at the same time. Inventory is starting to climb, and that's really where we want to see. I think you're just dying to cut me off. Go ahead, Bo.
You really are. No? You really are, Bo. Like, settle down over there.
Settle down.
I got something to say.
You look like you're like a kid that, like getting ready to run.
Bo's gonna cut me off. Wait a minute.
And I'm sure, and it looks like it's stressing.
I can't wait till we get to win.
It's a balanced market, but my whole point is it's a balanced market, but prices and appreciation are increasing. That's all I was going to say. It's a balanced market.
Yes, it is. Anyway, there was one other point I wanted to bring, and this is a credit actually to you, Lauren. And I just did a video about this. One of the things that if you're listing your house, and several of us have listings on the market right now, and it may or may not be showing very well, there's a lot of things your real estate professional can do and can look at to really try to improve the activity on the market. And to Lauren's tribute, one of my listings had been very slow, and one of the things she said to me was, from my perspective, the coloring of the photos don't look good. The angles could be a little better, and I had always used the same photographer, so I kind of dismissed that until I looked at him a little closer. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I think she's right. So,
Matt, we millennials are all about the angles in our photos.
Yes. So we changed the photos, and amazingly started getting a lot of showings on the property. So there's some little things that agents need to constantly look at. I'm hoping to get an offer here actually in the next couple of days.
Awesome.
That's great. Good luck.
If you have your house on the market, your agent needs to be doing everything possible. If they just go to price, and that's what agents do, they go to price. They say, we got to reduce the price. We're not getting any activity. We need to improve the price. And that's not always the case. Bo, I know you're going to say something. I can see it.
Not gonna say.
And he's the one. Bo's actually one that's very pro not adjusting price. So I think the point I'm trying to make here is there's a lot of things we can do to improve activity without reducing price. So that's my 2 cents.
They say like the first showing is online because that's typically where most buyers look, right? They're looking at your photos. They're checking the lay of the land. So if your first showing is online before you even get a live in-person showing, it needs to be positioned very well.
Yep. For 100%. And I think visually with all that is on these days with Zillows and realtor.com, you've got to show, you only get one shot, show it once. So
it's a
show
first
up or show out, homie.
That's right. It's a first impression. So don't use your iPhones for those brokers out there to take photos.
Right. And just be clear, Matt did not use his iPhone.
and I'll add in the subjectiveness of what the photographer is going for. Keep in mind, photographers for real estate are taking these pictures constantly. So what a homeowner thinks is an attribute may or may not be, and it's something that in a very short period of time the photographer has to analyze and then make a decision on what they're going to want to do. So I don't ever blame the photographer unless in the finishing stages they screwed up coloring and stuff like that. So
but I'll also add to that too. Like, of course, like a real estate photographer knows what they're doing. They have experience, but we as the listing agents that are marketing that property that know exactly how we're marketing that property, we need to highlight the aspects of the home that are going to be selling that house, right? To maybe the particular buyer, or they're going to be desirable. So the photographer needs a little bit of guidance, I will say too.
I agree 100%.
Yep. You gotta always point out to photographers what the key shots are that you want, right? So that's the thing. They gotta know what you want.
But
hey, you guys, you know what time it is? It's the Whale of the Week with Bo Julian.
All right. It's the Whale of the Week. Oh, I love it. So pretty cool. Today we're going into a neighborhood that Lauren loves. We're going into the Winter Park area. So what's happening is in the Orlando Business Journal today, there was actually a article about a brand new listing on Lake Virginia at 181 Virginia Drive. The listing agent on this is a great guy. He's one of the absolutely, actually, he and his partner are the top team in Orlando, and they have done an amazing job at listing this home. It is built in 2021. It's Phil Keen built. It is 8,188 heated square feet. It is, and it is on Lake Virginia, priced at $11,795,000.
$11 million. Wow.
That's right, which is a deal for this house if you take a look at it. I mean, you're talking only a couple years old, built by Phil Keen. And for those of you that don't know, Phil Keen is probably
he's the man.
For any type of contemporary, modern sort of architecture and quality construction. Phil is probably the top of the top. He's pretty much
for sure
famous. So to have him is a big deal. You know, the home has got just some really, really, really cool features. If you take a look at the photos, you know, it's got the infinity pool. It's got an amazing boathouse. It has a cabana. The architecture is stunning. The glass, the way that the back of this house lights up on the lake and the windows and everything is absolutely just gorgeous. The lighting, they had a special designer that came in for the lighting, and I think I cannot exactly. Is it? Oh goodness, I'm trying to find the name real quick here. Troy Lighting, I think, was the company. And I think they had like a lighting designer, a famous lighting designer, and then Troy Lighting is the one that did it. But it's just crazy what it looks like.
Oh, there you go.
The modern. I'm trying to get back to my place where I began. But what do you guys think? Can you guys see these pictures and this?
Look at that.
I took a look at it. I mean, I think some of the highlights as well is that it's 148 feet there on Lake Virginia, which is a part of the Winter Park chain of lakes. Beautiful location, obviously super convenient to everything, as well as the famous Park Avenue. It's got an elevator, which is really cool. But also,
I mean, it's crazy. There's like this floating spiral staircase that's all made of wood, but it's done.
I mean, look at this.
It's stunning, and it's floating, and I don't know, it probably costs like several hundreds of thousands of dollars for this staircase that just kind of spirals up and floats as you walk in. It's got parquet floors, and you think parquet of like an older sort of style.
Yeah, but those are a little modern parquet.
That's right, and that's what I was going to say. So that what's cool about this house is you've got this extremely modern home, but it has these very traditional sort of features, and somehow the designer married the two together. It's pretty spectacular because a lot of the modern homes, they've kind of gotten away from trim. and molding.
Yeah,
and,
more clean lines. They're trying to make, but to me, it's like it tends to look like just very like throw the house up. But
Kinda
when
cold,
they spend
right?
time on
Yeah.
the details and the moldings
Yeah.
and the wood and doing all these really unique things with the floors, and it
Right.
just
Right.
really just brings the home to a more luxurious level.
Yeah, this home, I mean, I tell you, I probably won't, my guess is it probably won't be on the market very long at all. I mean, it was just listed about 5 days ago. Everything about it, it's hard, obviously, on the podcast here to kind of go through all the finishes and the way that it looks. But if you have a chance, go online, look at 181 Virginia Drive in Winter Park. If you're interested in taking a look at this property, like more information, feel free to reach out to any of the three of us, and we'll be happy to schedule your tour with proof of funds, of course.
Right, yeah.
Look,
This
guys.
isn't-
Do it with
Guys, Bourbon. See that?
Yeah.
Bourbon.
Oh yeah, he's got.
Let's take a look at the pool though, because I think with the
Okay.
pool and the lake view is going to be what's
All right.
pretty important here. So
Yeah, it's got that infinity pool. It's what I'm saying. It's got the infinity pool. It's got like this hot tub, but it's kind of like a floating.
Ah,
hot
look at
tub.
that.
The master closet. I know the closet's really cool. It's kind of like
Yeesh.
it's
primary bow.
yes. Well,
Primary.
sorry, I'm over 50. We still say master.
Master.
Sorry, in my day, back when I was young,
Mm-mm.
things were different. You know, I didn't walk 5 miles in the snow, but we did say,
Look at that backyard. It's a good sized backyard too.
"I'm learning, people. I'm learning."
All right. Who has curtains in their wet room?
In their wet room.
Look at
So I did read too, and I don't know if this is the case in this
curtains.
room in their bathroom, but they do have automatic curtains. There's a lot of it's very smart home. So
Okay.
They have the molding basically pops out in front of all the windows. So all the window treatments that are all probably electronic blinds, they drop down, but they're all concealed. So it's
There
a
you go.
very clean sort of look over all the windows. I mean, the whole house is
all
glass.
the windows are custom.
Oh.
Yeah, they're like floor to ceiling, the whole wall. I mean, all the outside rear walls. I mean, you
It's
remember
got a steam room,
Yeah.
Look at that.
theater.
Yeah. A lucky kid.
There's the
There's
money,
the money shot.
I just said there's the money shot. That'll sell that house right there.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I was looking. I think
Gorgeous.
a lot of things I see that could sell this house. I mean, I just everything about it. Oh, it's across the street from
Look at that dock.
from Rollins, so you can look across the
Okay.
bay. Their view is Rollins College.
yeah, there
There's
you
the
go.
buildings
Right.
you can see in the background there.
Right.
Correct. So, as
They
Lauren
share the
said,
same lake. So yeah, you could just take your boat over there, paddleboard over, and
That
you'd be
is
right
cool.
there on Park Ave. You could paddleboard to Park Ave. I mean, that would
yeah,
be
you
pretty
can't
cool.
ask for anything else. So again, 5 bedrooms, 6 full baths, 2 half baths, 8,188 heated square feet, 11,107 total square feet, on Lake Virginia, Winter Park. Prime
Sweet.
address, 5 days on the market. So anybody looking
Hey.
for a very unique, one of a kind, Phil Keen built home, give us a call. We'd love
Give
to
us a call.
come to visit you at your housewarming party after we sell it to you.
That's right.
Matt, I love how you said that super creepy. You're like, give us a call.
Give us a call. Now.
Matt's looking for a very specific buyer.
Yeah. Speaking of that, we'll tell another
Easy,
story
Lauren.
on another day. We'll tell a story on another day. Another funny story about.
Oh no, we will never tell that story. All right. Hey, does anybody have anything else they want to talk about before
No,
Lauren wraps us up? Oh, what?
Ooh. It looked like there was someone else here on our. It's just your screen. Sorry.
Sorry.
So you want me to wrap before we tap it up?
You almost got him to spit.
You almost
spit his
got it.
bourbon
You
out.
almost got
Let's
me.
have a
right in
final
the-
cheers first.
Yeah.
Cheers, everyone.
I've got my UCF. I don't know if anybody noticed. Nobody even asked me about my UCF tonight versus the
Oh,
University.
when did you graduate from UCF?
And Shannon did.
1942.
My wife graduated from UCF. So
Okay, we'll let you have it then.
that's why I've got the
Good job,
UCF
Mo.
glass tonight versus the University of Florida glass.
Hey, by the
We used
way.
to call it "You Can't Finish." That's what we
It
used to call it because it was
looked-
always
that's what
under
it-
construction.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
That's what it was called. That is true. For like 30 years, it was called You Can't Finish.
Yeah.
Like literally. But that changed. Now it's a mecca of education
It is
with
It is.
international
Wonderful
presence.
school.
largest
It is a
in the
good
United
school.
States.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. All right,
Well,
kiddos.
guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you wrapping it up now?
Here we
I guess
go again.
Flo likes to wrap it now.
Uh, We're gonna have to have an administrative meeting about this after.
We don't have HR here at Brokers and Bourbon, so we can say whatever we want.
We're not paid
Lauren,
either.
wrap us up.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us here on Orlando Brokers and Bourbon. We thank you so much for allowing us to be in your ears.
Woohoo!
Adios.
Good night,
amigos.
everybody.
Amigues.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening.
Adios. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.